Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a phone that came out back in 2019, the iPhone 11 Pro. Prices have dropped a lot, and you can easily find this device for under $300 in 2025. But the big question is the iPhone 11 Pro still worth buying today, or is it finally too old? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the design. The iPhone 11 Pro still feels premium. Stainless steel frame, matte glass back, and that classic Apple look. Compared to newer iPhones, the bezels are a bit thicker and the notch is larger, but it doesn't look outdated the way older models do. It's also smaller than today's flagships, which makes it comfortable to use with one hand, something many people still prefer. The 5.8-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display was one of the best in 2019. And honestly, it still holds up in 2025. Colors are sharp, blacks are deep, and HDR content looks fantastic. The downside is the refresh rate. It's stuck at 60 Hz, while modern iPhones and Androids offer 120 Hz for smoother scrolling. If you're used to high refresh rate displays, you'll notice the difference. Inside, the iPhone 11 Pro is powered by the A13 Bionic chip. Back in the day, it was the fastest smartphone processor, and even now it's still capable. Everyday tasks like browsing, messaging, and social media run smoothly. Even games like Call of Duty Mobile and Genshin Impact play well, though not at the highest settings. The main concern is future updates. Apple usually supports iPhones for around 6 to 7 years. Since the 11 Pro came out in 2019, it will likely keep getting iOS updates until 2026 or maybe 2027. That means you're still safe for at least a year or two, but it's definitely closer to the end of its support cycle. Now let's talk about cameras, one of the 11 Pro's biggest selling points at launch. You've got 3 lenses: wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto. Photos are still sharp and colorful in good lighting, and portrait shots look great thanks to the telephoto lens. But compared to newer iPhones like the 15 or 16, low-light performance is weaker, and the dynamic range isn't as impressive. Video quality is still very good at 4K 60 FPS, but you don't get the advanced cinematic modes or AI-powered editing features of newer models. So the cameras are fine for casual use, but if you're into content creation, you'll definitely notice the gap. Battery life is where things get tricky. The iPhone 11 Pro originally had solid battery life, but most used models you find today have degraded batteries. If you buy one, check the battery health. Chances are it'll be below 85%. The good news is you can replace the battery fairly cheaply, which brings performance back to normal. Charging speeds are also behind, 18-watt wired, and no MagSafe. Compared to today's fast-charging phones, it feels a bit outdated. The biggest advantage of the iPhone 11 Pro in 2025 is the price. You can find it for around $250 to $300, sometimes even less. That makes it one of the cheapest ways to get an iPhone with an OLED display and a triple camera system. But you have to consider the trade-offs. No 5G, shorter software support window, and weaker battery life compared to newer models. For some people, those compromises are worth the lower price. So, is the iPhone 11 Pro still worth buying in 2025? If you're looking for a budget iPhone that still feels premium, the 11 Pro is a solid choice. The design is great, the display is excellent, and performance is still good for everyday use. But if you want a phone that will last you 3 to 4 more years with software updates, or if you care about 5G, battery life, and the best cameras, you're better off spending a bit more on something like the iPhone 13 or 14. At the end of the day, the iPhone 11 Pro is still a capable device. Just know what you're getting into. What do you think? Would you still buy an iPhone 11 Pro in 2025, or is it finally time to let it go? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech reviews and comparisons. Thanks for watching.